guys? It's January 3rd. I've been wanting to make this video for a little bit, trying to just get some time. And but honestly, this year I'm just approaching the year a little differently. For 15 years, I worked on the railroad, and I was a locomotive engineer, and I drove trains from Roanoke mostly to Crewe, Virginia, or later in the second half of my career there, I was going all the way to Norfolk, South Boston, Linwood, North Carolina. So there was a lot of different routes there, but mainly when the phone rang, I had 2 hours to get to work, and off I went, did my job, came home, got rest, did what I had to, and then right back to work. So this year, obviously, or the last 2 years have been very different as an entrepreneur and trying to figure out how to move the needle in my business. And I've never really been one for New Year's resolutions, but this year I'm not necessarily doing a resolution, but I'm having more of a theme, and that's not motivation, because I don't believe in motivation. Discipline. That's my word for this year, is discipline, because at the end of the day, no one is going to do the work for us. No one's going to get us on the treadmill. No one's going to put healthy things in our body. No one's going to help us clean the house. No one's going to help us mow the grass, pull the weeds, take care of ourselves, any number of things. It comes down to us. And a lot of people, myself included for a long time, always seem to just wait on motivation. Anytime I started a new diet, it would be, I'll just wait till Monday, because it was like this fresh start. And so naturally, a lot of people choose January 1st to start something new as a new kickstart. And they're motivated, and then it just fizzles out, because motivation doesn't last long enough. Motivation might come around for a little while, and then it just goes away. And then you're left with the things that you still need to do. Read a little line the other day. It said, the magic we seek is in the work that we're avoiding. The work you're avoiding is what will get you the results that you want. Nothing that you read, nothing that you hear. You can go to all the seminars, read all the books. It's not going to do it for you unless you put it into action. And if you're waiting on motivation, you're going to continue to wait. Discipline is where all successful people live, because they know there's a certain thing that they have to do that day, and they do it regardless whether they want to or not, or the situation is perfect, which it never will be. They do what they have to do. So how do we do that? Well, I'm doing a thing called 75 Hard. If you've never heard of it, it's a program designed by Andy Frisella back in 2019. This is not a sales pitch. Program's completely free. You can listen to his podcast. There's 5 things you have to do during the day. But those 5 things over time will build discipline. There's things that you don't want to do. 2 workouts a day, a gallon of water, pick a diet and stick to it, a progress picture, and read 10 pages every day. Now, that seems like a lot, but the idea is to make time to put it into action. It's never going to be perfect, and to do it. And when you check things off that you don't want to do over time, you build that discipline. So another thing that I'm doing is a cold plunge. Right now it's like 50 degrees, but I'm trying to work that temperature down. But it's non-negotiable. It's something that I'm going to do every single day without negotiating with myself, because I know over time it will build discipline. So why do I need discipline? Honestly, it's because as an entrepreneur, no one is telling me, or no one's standing over me telling me what I've got to do. That's the reality of it. And if you don't do it, if you don't do the work, you're never going to see the results. You're never going to see anything. Why do you think there's such a high turnover rate in entrepreneurship, and such few that actually are, really truly successful at it? It's because it's really freaking hard. It really is. Day in, day out, no matter what, you've got to figure out how to do enough things to move the needle forward. And the only way to do that is with discipline. So that's what my 2023 is looking like. I'm setting certain tasks throughout the day that I have to do no matter what. I cannot negotiate with myself. This morning in the cold plunge, I didn't want to get in that cold water. It was 6:45 this morning, and it was cold, and I didn't want to get in. But I did it. My goal was 3 minutes a day. 3 minutes out of an entire day is not too much to ask. But I will say, when I got out of it, I felt good. So then went to the gym, got my workout in. And now, do you think that I want to sit on the couch and eat a bag of chips? No, my entire morning has been doing things that were uncomfortable, and now I feel great, and I'm going to continue on that and keep the momentum going. I don't need motivation. I need discipline. So when you're looking at this 2023 year and what you're trying to do, it could be anything. Even if you're not an entrepreneur and you're just trying to move the needle in your life, forget about the word motivation and look for discipline. And like I said, I'm not 75 Hard is a great program to be on. It's very difficult, but it's free. And so this isn't necessarily a sales pitch by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. It's just what I'm putting in practice in my own life. So if you've never heard of that, look it up, hashtag 75 Hard Challenge. You can find a lot of material on it. A lot of people on TikTok do it. It's getting more traction over the years. It was created in 2019 as a way to build discipline, mental toughness, fortitude, anything but a diet. Yes, a diet or a physical changes is a part of it, but it's meant to really work on that discipline and build that daily mentality of you have to do what you don't want to do to get where you want to be. So let that be a possibility for you if you're looking to try to build some more discipline, more mental fortitude, mental toughness. And because I struggled. I found out really early on in my career with real estate that no one was going to tell me what to do. I had to figure it out on my own. And so a lot of that time was just guesswork, and then some days I felt like I didn't do a good enough job, and then I lost steam, I lost momentum because I wasn't doing enough, or I was too little, and I don't really want to make these phone calls today, or I really don't want to send this email. With discipline, it doesn't matter how you feel. You take the emotion out of the equation, so you can focus on what you have to do. So if you were looking for your 2023 to figure out a different way than waiting on motivation, look to discipline and look for ways to find discipline and build it. It's not a trait that if you don't have, you're just out of luck. People build discipline daily by doing tasks that they don't want. It could be 1, 2, 3, it could be 15 tasks, whatever it is. Make up your bed every day. Walk to the mailbox every day. Walk around the neighborhood 1 lap every day. Whatever it is, there's going to be days that you don't want to do it. When you do it consistently, you build discipline. So with that, I hope you find what you're looking for in 2023. Myself, I'm going to be continuing the approach of discipline and getting myself, my life in order as far as mentally, physically, emotionally, my family. But I believe all of that starts with being disciplined and doing what I know I have to do so that I can do what I want to do. Thanks for listening.